What's up out there in football land? It's your host, Sonia Anderson, with another edition of All Things Football from a lady's perspective. Please subscribe and share this channel to those who love the game from the NFL from a lady's point of view. This is week 10 going into week 11. Week 11 tomorrow night begins with the Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now let's do a little bit of recap. Then I got a little bit of tea to pour for you guys, and then we'll wrap this session up. Now, there were quite a few upsets right now, but those are to be expected because we know it's any given Sunday. I'm going to just build up to where I'm going to give you guys the good information, okay? Today is November the 13th, 2019, Wednesday night. Dolphins 16 over the Indianapolis Colts, sans Jacoby Brissett, who remains on injury reserve. Now, we know this has been a season of injuries for a lot of quarterbacks. And you guys will remember in week 1 and 2, it was said that this was the first time that there were so many quarterbacks that were substituted so early in the league in NFL history. And in fact, there were over, I think, 30 new substitutions of rookies the first couple of weeks. And there were about 16 new players under the age of 27. It was like this whole millennial players all of a sudden. So congrats, welcome to the league, all that. But now we're in week 10 going to week 11, and the season is more than half over. And pretty much now teams have solidified their stance in the playoff world or not. Teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, the Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Bucks, the Browns, the Jets, the Dolphins, all of them are non-playoff contenders no matter how your season ends, because we're now too far past that 500 mark. In fact, there were so much of two big upsets this week. One happened on Monday Night Football. The other happened on Sunday. I'll get to those in just a second. Let me just tell you about this tea real quick. Colin Kaepernick, God bless him, is being hosted in a clinic this weekend in Atlanta with physical sports conditioning to contend possibly to return to the NFL. Now, those sessions are private and no one is able to actually identify who is attending, what teams are interested. However, it has already been posted that Dallas Cowboys are interested. Now, I will say something on that. Dak did not get his money because he stated that that wasn't important to him, while Ezekiel, on the other hand, was holding out for his money. Now, the Cowboys have started to lose some games. Could it be that Jerry is interested in bringing Cap aboard? Or will it be Denver Broncos, who are also interested in the injured Cam Newton from the Carolina Panthers? Or Pittsburgh, who is still waiting on Ben Roethlisberger's return? No one knows, but we'll keep that tea boiling to let you guys know how that pans out. But good luck, Colin. And Colin, as you know, from a few of my episodes a couple years back, had the collusion case against the NFL where he was basically blackballed because of his stance on police brutality, because he used the approach of kneeling during the national anthem. Now, Cap several times has clarified that he was not anti-military, and he, in fact, had been kneeling for a long time before the media even noticed. But when other players like Michael Thomas joined and then other teams began to kneel, the national anthem ceased to be televised a few times because of the perspective that the military took from it. But I will salute Cap. I have law enforcement in my immediate family, and of course, I'm a minority. So my thing is, just use whatever platform you're given, but keep it going when you're not on the field. But I wish him the best. I hope he gets with a good team. Some Panther fans have said they hope he comes to us. That him and Cam together could be absolutely amazing. Or if Cam doesn't return, he could be a great mentor for Kyle Allen. But like they said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And we'll just keep watching the smoke until the fire appears, and then I'll let y'all know. All right. Bears NFC North matchup with the Detroit Lions in Detroit. They win 20-13. It was a close game for most of that matchup. Now, this is the time of year that a lot of opponents are matched that are within the same division. A lot of divisional rivals. In fact, the Panthers will square off with the Atlanta Falcons on this Sunday, the 17th of November. I'm going to be in the house. I'm excited. I go every year to both of those games. And I'm hoping that this is the year that the Panthers can win. I hope we win because we have not beat them since the 2015 year when they gave us our only defeat when we were undefeated and went to the Super Bowl. So I'm ready to see some real football and see us win. Now, I will tell you that the Atlanta Falcon pride is much renewed after their upset against the New Orleans Saints on Sunday in New Orleans. I have to give them big kudos. I have to tip my hat to the Falcons because that noise level, that crowd noise in the New Orleans Stadium is absolutely deafening. In fact, they should have the 12th man mantra instead of Seattle. I'm going to be in that game November the 24th, the following week when we play the Saints, and I'm taking my earplugs because the last time my ears rang 4 days, and I am not that old, okay? But I'm sure that the Falcons are feeling themselves as they upset the Saints, and they are now 2-7, and the Saints are now 7-2. And they beat them in New Orleans 26-9 with Drew Brees at the helm and Teddy non-suited on the sidelines. Now, some Saints fans have called for Brees to just take it easy and go back out, but Drew was fine the previous week. There's nothing wrong with Drew. This was just any given Sunday, and the Falcons proved to be the better team. 26-9, Falcons upset Saints in New Orleans. Now, with that same energy, they're going to be blowing up 85 North on Sunday morning, heading into Charlotte. And, of course, picking up with that traffic in South Carolina as those Panther fans in South Carolina as well all head into Charlotte to see this big showdown. And I'm going to be part of that crowd. So, may the better team win. I live in Atlanta, but you know who I am rooting for. My Panthers, my home team. All right. The Tampa Bay Bucks pulled off another win with the Arizona Cardinals 30-27, but them and the Falcons are maybe a couple of games apart for the bottom of the division. The Buffalo Bills, Bill Mafia, 16-10 over the Cleveland Browns. Let me retract my statement from the preseason. I was wrong. I told y'all with OBJ and all these vets that the Browns had recruited that this was going to be their year. Oh, they are horrible. Browns fans, I pray you have a better year one day. AFC is just not a threat when it comes to the Browns. But they're not a threat when it comes to the Bengals either, who are now 0-10. They've lost every game. And Marvin Lewis, you need to come back. They did better with you, but their coach is still new. I'm sure there's still a lot of adjustments, but 0-10. And we only have 7 games left to go. The Baltimore Ravens, they feeling themselves 49-13 over the Bengals. Why are the Ravens just blowing it up? Like, they beat the Patriots and it was just done data from there. Y'all better pay attention to Lamar Jackson. When he came up in there for Flacco, he was not playing, and he is just getting better with time. No longer a rookie. Give that dude his coins. He's ready. Now, the Cowboys lost their game against the Vikings. I don't know what to say. I thought, Cowboys was a serious contender. Now it's starting to get a little cloudy as to what's going to happen with them. Zeke, Dak, Witten, you back. Help your boys. Do what y'all got to do. Make it Cowboy Nation. But we still all hanging in there. Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is back. Welcome back, Patrick. I'm glad you're better. But y'all lost by 3 to the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans have proven to be the kryptonite for the Chiefs for quite a while. And once again, they go down. The Oakland Raiders beat the LA Chargers. Now, this was their last game on, I think, Sunday night, something like that. One of their last of something before they moved to Vegas. And so it was a good game, but they, lost. Now, who I will tell y'all about, let me actually just come back to that. The Giants were beat by the Jets. What in the absolute world? The Jets are horrible. Giants, no comment. 34-27. It was a battle of New York for real. The Seattle Seahawks went down there in 49ers. Part 2. There is no more undefeated team because Seattle went down to San Francisco and Russell Wilson took over that team. Now they had it. It was running up for a minute, but now there's no more undefeated teams in the NFL. 49ers fall 27-24 to Russell Wilson and company. It was good while it lasted, 49ers. Garoppolo, Jimmy G. Keep banging, dude. You got this. You got this. They still, I called a Super Bowl. They still are solid contenders for the NFC. I told you guys Vikings beat the Cowboys 28-24. The Rams are not the team they started out being. I don't know what's going on with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley. Nobody's scared of him no more. 17-12. The Steelers beat them. What? The Steelers. And the Steelers are playing tomorrow night against the Browns, which is pretty much a practice game. Let's just be real. That's why they're not even going to be tired. It's just show up and the game is over. Now let me roll up to my game. Carolina Panthers, Green Bay Packers. In Wisconsin snow. Out of nowhere. Kyle Allen, I love you. You hung in there like a boss. But we were no match for that snow. And also there were a couple of penalties that were not called. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Panthers fan. I'm saying it because it's true. Face mask has always been a penalty. But we didn't get that. Packers win 24-16. And we did try to come back in the end. But it was a little too late. But we hung in there for the majority of the game. Kyle needs to be commended. So, right now, everybody is where they are. And everybody's where they're going to be. And we shall see how the league plays out. Thank you so much for tuning in to All Things Football. Please subscribe to my channel, All Things Football from a Lady's Perspective. Ladies is LADY''S. And find me on Facebook as well under the same name. Have a great night, great week. And I'll be back on here after the Panthers-Falcons matchup. Bragging, of course, about my win. Have a great night.